All right, all right. Welcome again, back once again. The Bussard Trust. I'm your boy Tyrain L. We're gonna get into some numbers real quick here. I wanted to point out something that is interesting. I think when you hit the new year, and let me see if I can pull up. Let me share my screen. I need to pull up the whiteboard. Pull up the whiteboard. When we hit January, everybody's happy new year. It's a new year. Yes, it is. However, remember when we look at our cycles, we go birthday to birthday, not January. But what's interesting in January is that because January is a number one, the month of January will be the same number as your next year. And let me kind of show you what I mean. Now, if your birthday's in January, then you're going into your new cycle in January. But if it's not, then the month of January will represent your next year. So let me show you what I mean. Let's say your birthday is 10 10, right? October 10th. So your number for the year, right? Your current year would be 10 plus 10 plus the year of your last birthday, 2024, right? And that breaks down to 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2 plus 2, which equals 8. And so you got 20 plus 8 equals 28. So this is going to be your year from 10/10 of 2024 to 10/10 of 2025. You're going to be in a 28 year, which means next year you're going into a 29, right? Because next year will be 10 plus 2025. And if you add 5 plus 2, you get 9. So that would give you 29, which is 11. However, the month of January, if you look at your numbers, you're going to be 10 plus 2024 because you haven't had a birthday in 2025 yet because it's only January. So you have not had your birthday yet. So it's 2024, which is going to give you, as we just said, 28. But then we got to add the month of January. The month of January is a 1. So we add the 1 and you get 2911. So what does this mean? Why am I showing you this? Why is this important? Well, I'm showing you this is because what I'm trying to explain to you is that the month of January is going to be the same number for your next year cycle that you're going into. So what that means is the month of January is going to be a preview or a snapshot into your next year cycle. And that's important for a couple of reasons. Once you understand the fact that time is cyclical, meaning that time goes round and round and round, it kind of looks like a wheel within a wheel within a wheel. Then you understand that time often repeats itself. So you're going to have some of the same experiences, right? And you may feel like deja vu or, hey, I've done this before. But because you go through these cycles every 9 years, 9 months, and 9 days, you're going to get glimpses. What I mean by glimpses is you may have a year that's a 2911, but you're going to also come across a month that's a 2911. But you're also going to come across a day that's a 2911. Now, what's interesting is when you have that day, month, and year, the energy is the same, meaning you're going to have the same similar experiences, feelings, the energy will be the same. So if you can see what January is like on a short term or a micro level, then it will help you understand what you should have to expect to come the following year on a macro level or on a larger scale. So in this example, we showed that this person born on 10/10 is going into a 29/11 year on their birthday starting on October 10th. But we also show that this person is going to go through a 29/11 month, the month of January. So that's going to give them a chance to have a sneak preview, if you will, of what to expect for the following year. And they can use that to help plan ahead, right? Because that's what we use this for, guys. I teach numerology from a very practical standpoint. I hope you understand this. I can get into angel numbers and reincarnation and all of that fluff, but a lot of that stuff I can't prove. I'm only going by what I've been told. However, this can actually be tested because you can take a journal and write down your experience for a day, for a month, even for a year, and go back and see if this is accurate or if these are the experiences that you're going through based on what your numbers is telling you. So I think that January for everyone. Now, if you're born in the month of January, you're automatically jumping into your New Year cycle. But if you're not born in January, then you're not going to experience that New Year cycle, right? However, I think what you can do is you can take this time to reflect, to self-reflect, and see what January feels like for you. The goal is for you to get in tune with your higher self, get in tune with yourself so much so that you can almost see things coming before they come because you're just flowing in the way of the river, right? You're not going upstream, you're going along with the waves, you're going along with the streams, right? So you end up going with the flow as opposed to going against the tide. That's and that's what this is about. So now that you have kind of like a sneak preview for the month of January, what to expect for your following year, you can take that information and use that and capitalize off of it. Is there any questions about what I just explained? Does that make sense? Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Did you get your book back, Jessica, from your dude?
Yeah, I got it. No, I'm
Okay.
not doing it. Yeah, I got it.
You need to take my classes. He
Right.
done mastered the book before you. It's all
Right.
good. But now you got it back. So now you can actually go through this exercise and look at the month of January for yourself. Do you remember how to calculate your month, Jessica? You still remember the formulas?
Kind of, but doesn't it have the instructions in the book?
Yes, it doesn't show you how to do your day. It does show you how to do your year and your month. But
Okay.
real quick, I'm gonna go ahead on and put the formula in here.
Okay.
I'll just
I'm gonna
type it in real
screenshot. I
quick.
know you're recording it, but I'm gonna
Yep.
screenshot it.
You can screenshot. I'm recording it as well. But remember, you go through the cycle every 9 years, 9 months, 9 days. So we
Mhm.
start with the month you were born. So month born. This is the formula plus the day born. You always start with the month you were born plus the day you were born. Then you add the year of last birthday. So remember, if your birthday is in October, and just because it's 2025, if it's not October, you're still using the year 2024
Mhm.
until October because you have not had a birthday yet. Okay. So don't forget that a lot of people make that mistake. I actually was doing my calculations for a whole year wrong
Mhm.
because I was adding the year in. And what's interesting is it was still kind of eerily on point. And that's because you guys have to remember also that time does not exist. Time is technically illusion. And what we're using the rotation of the planets. So it's not like, oh, at 12:01, I'm going into a 13:4 tomorrow at 12:01 on the dot. Well, what if you're in a different time zone? You see what I'm saying? So it's not as like it's right on at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. That's when everything just flips. No, it's gradual because time is always moving. It never stops. It's never a set time. Time is always moving. Like if I say, oh, it's 8:18. Well, it is 8:18, but not really because as I'm saying it, time is going by. And time is not measured by a clock. That's what we use, but time is actually measured by the movements of the planets. The movement of the planets, and it's gradual. It's gradual. So you are already starting to go into tomorrow's vibration. So if you know your number for tomorrow, you may start to have some of those experiences or start to see portions of that manifest itself 8, 9, 10 o'clock because you're gradually going into it. It's not like just a cutoff time. Okay. So keep that in mind because somebody asked me, like, well, what about if I'm in a different time zone and I fly to China and I'm like, yeah, but you got to remember we're dealing with the movement of the planets based on also where you are, right? Because the planet is like an electromagnetic field on it. So where you are in relation to the movement of the planets, which we indicate as time, right? The movement of the planets, the sun and the moon and everything is moving. That's what makes it look like it's nighttime and daytime. So we're looking based on where we are on the planet. If we were in, let's say, Europe right now, well, they're 8 hours ahead of us. So we would already be under the 1/6 vibration. And you would be like, well, if we were in London right now, you would be having those experiences because, again, where you're located at that time on the planet Earth, London, if you're in London right now, where the planets are positioned based on you being in London is going to affect you differently than where the planets are placed with you being in Atlanta, Georgia right now. So I hope that makes sense and kind of gives some insight. If it doesn't, let me know and we can get a little deeper into that because I like to ask those hard questions. A lot of people don't touch on stuff like that. What about time zones and different things like that? But just remember that we're dealing with the movement of the planets. That all plays a role. So we're dealing with the month you're born, plus the day you're born, plus the year of your last birthday. That's how you get your year. So that equals your year. You can stop there and now you got your year. Or you can keep going and you add the current month. So like January, you would add a 1. So current month. And then if you want to know the day, you would just simply add the day, current day. So this is the formula. Start with the month you're born, plus the day you're born, plus the year of your last birthday. You add that up, and that'll give you your year. If you want to know your month, you just add the month to that number. You want to know the day, you just add the day to that number. So it's kind of like you're building on top of each other. It's a formula we're using. Okay. Any questions?
Nope. About to screenshot it now. Oh, you just got in the way.
Oh, my bad. Okay. Cool, cool. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger. That's kind of small. Let's see here. I don't know why it's not making it big. Should be able to see it though.
Yeah, I can see it. My screen is already zoomed in on it.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so that's the formula there, and I implore you to use it. You don't have to use it every day like me, but if you got important dates coming up, if you're gonna be trading, if you got in this trade tonight that I just suggested, you should be looking at your numbers for tomorrow to see what your numbers got to say. Like you should be doing that like right now. Because what you need to be doing is I want you guys to get used to when I send you my trade signals, you might not have time to look up your numbers before you get in the trade, right? But you have to remember my trades last 24 hours. So let's say I send out a trade at 4:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, and you get in. You don't have time to go in the book and figure out your number. You just hop in. And then let's say you get home at 7:30. And then you pull out your book and you read it, and it says on Tuesday that you're going to go bankrupt and lose all your money. Then you might want to say, you know what? I'm already down $2. Let me just get out of this trade and I'll wait for the next one. But once you learn how to go in and drop your chart and look at your own chart, you will need to be doing that as well and see what that says. Or, like I said, you may want to go in. If it says tomorrow is a good money day, you might, and you look at it at your chart and you see it pulling back, you may want to get in again. So you want to use it on both ends. It's a time when you might want to say, okay, my numbers for tomorrow is looking fire. Let me get in again. If it pulls back, I got a better position anyway, right? And what I mean by pullback is if I send out a trade at 4:45, you hop in, and let's say at 7 o'clock, let's say you do $1 a pip, and at 7 o'clock you look and you down $10, right? And you're like, man, I'm down 10 pips, and we got a 40 pip stop loss. But tomorrow my numbers is looking good. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take another position of 50 cents, and then we'll see. And I'm gonna put the same stop loss. So you're risking a little bit more, but you got a better position because you got in 10 pips further down. So you got in at a better position. So that's what I want you to start to look for. Or, hey, man, my number's looking really bad for tomorrow. I think I'm going to just take my little $10 loss. And even if it wins, it's all good. I'll catch the next one. So I want you to start to really pay attention to your numbers. And Jessica, you remember how to do your day? I want you to tell me what your day is tomorrow. So we
Say
can
what it is tomorrow.
Yeah, what's your number for the day? Because you got in that, did you get in the trade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got in this trade. So let's look at your number for tomorrow, just to see what it says. You know how to do it.
My
What's
book
your
is okay.
What's your month and day again? You were born
4/7.
4/7. All right, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna see if you can do it and see if you
Oh
get it
my
right.
God, are you okay? Get up. Okay. I was sure like, dang.
You remember, I just gave you the formula, so you.
I got a screenshot. Hold on, let me pull it back up.
Okay, so pull
I
it
mean,
up, try to
I don't
calculate
memorize it
it,
right now,
and then
but hold
tell me
on.
what you got. And I'm gonna check your math because I really want you to learn this is important because this is gonna help you not only with trading but other stuff as well. So let's see.
So it'll be 4 plus 7 plus 2024.
Yep, but you got to break that down. So you add 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4.
Right. Okay.
Ooh,
Is it bad? Last one.
it's not. It's actually
4
good.
plus 7 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Okay. You got a 19, right? Am I right? 19?
No, it's
Oh,
not.
shit.
No, ma'am, it's not 19.
Damn. My bad.
Just remember, just plug it in. Just basic plug in. It's like algebra. Plug it in. Month you were born, so you add 4 plus the day plus 7 plus the year of your last birthday, which is 2024, which breaks down to 8. So that would be 8. Plus the current month is January. So January is a 1, right? Plus tomorrow. And tomorrow is the 6th. So what do you got?
That's a lie. You lost me.
All right, I'm
I
gonna
got to
do it.
practice on this.
No problem. No. Let me do it for you. I'm gonna walk you through it
All
because this
right.
is important. 4, right? You were born on 4/7, so 4 plus 7 plus 2024, right? And we're gonna break 2024 down. We're gonna add 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4, and that's 8. So that's why we've got the 8 in parentheses. So it's 4 plus 7 plus 8 plus January. January is a 1. So that's where you get the 1. And tomorrow's the 6th. So we're at a 6. So what do you get when you add that up?
26.
Exactly. So now 2 plus 6 is what?
8.
Oh, you got it. And
Oh
8 is,
my God.
no, it's this easy. I want you to see how easy it is. Do you remember what 8 represents?
I do not.
It represents money.
Uh,
Money, power, and car. Tomorrow is a money day for you. So the key words for you tomorrow are messages, marriage, gestation, and karma. Now, when it says marriage, it can mean two businesses coming together. It could mean a marriage too. Obviously, you're not getting married tomorrow, but it just means a coming together aspect. If you look up marriage in a business encyclopedia, it'll actually say two businesses coming together. So it says tomorrow, expect some kind of message, tiding, or good news. Since this is a karmic period, you may meet a marriage prospect tomorrow or someone who will figure importantly in your future. Many pregnant women are under this vibration, suggesting a karmic relationship between the child and parent or parents. Tomorrow is a good time to develop your powers of expression, take an elocution course, or learn a foreign language. Study a subject that will broaden your horizons and enhance your experience. 26/8 is a splendid financial vibration. However, use good judgment. Check out all details before making investments or going into partnerships or agreements. And every number has a positive and negative side. The negative side, it says you may receive bad news of some kind, partnerships or contracts may be broken, and losses can occur, causing indecision. However, if positive, expect the very best. Beautiful relationships can be formed now, ensuring a lifetime of happiness and fulfillment. So this is an interesting number because on one end it does say it's great. Says it actually says it's a splendid financial vibration. So money should be good, but it does say that losses can occur, right? But you should, if positive, expect the best. That means if you have a positive attitude and a positive outlook, you should expect the best. But I wouldn't tell you necessarily like, oh, go extra hard. Let me put in another lot size. Let's go all out, right? I'm not going to tell you to do that, but I would say I would feel comfortable with you in this trade based on knowing that for tomorrow, right? And you can even look at your numbers for today as well since you got in today. But today is a 25/7, and I'm not going to read that. You can go if you got your book.
in the car, yeah.
Okay, all right. So you can go in later and read it, and I think that'll be good for you to read that later on after class, the 25/7, because it's going to tell you kind of about what you were dealing with today. And that this will give you some time to reflect, to see if it makes sense, to see if is it adding up? Did I kind of feel like I went through that today or not? It doesn't make sense. I didn't deal with that today. I want you to test it. Don't and question everything. This is not a belief system. This is something for you to test and to see if it works by testing it consistently. So, but yeah, so tomorrow is a money day. So even if this trade don't work out right, you might mess around and catch a lease tomorrow. You get what I'm saying? Or who knows? Even that may work out. So just keep your eyes open tomorrow, because tomorrow is definitely a great money vibration for you. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, for sure. So this is kind of what I wanted to point out though. Again, the fact that your new year cycle for you, Jessica, again will start in April, right? And you will be going into a let's see, four. So you're gonna be going into 20, you're going into a 20 year, right? But you're going to have a 20 month this month in January. So remember, January is going to be a small reflection of what you can expect to be dealing with starting on your birthday until your next birthday. So, when you get a chance, read 20/2, because 2 plus 0 is 2. And
Okay.
it talks about change and being adaptable this month. Talks about you being put in a situation where you're be tested to see how adaptable you are, right? It says sudden events will require you to make a decision that could be a turning point. A change of location, a new job, or a new relationship demands new thoughts and feelings and actions. So you may have some changes this month that occur, and it's going to test your adaptability, your ability to be adaptable. And let's see, it also says do not resist the need for change, remain adaptable, use common sense, and come to logical conclusions. Then you have fulfilled the requirements of this period. So that's what you're going to be dealing with. You can read further along and see if it makes sense, and that's what you can expect for next year. So again, I like to show people this because what I want you to start to do is to really be able to use this as a guide to plan ahead. This is great for planning ahead, months ahead. If you want to set goals like, hey, in August, I want to go on a trip. That's my dream, is to go to the Bahamas in August, right? Great. You have this tool that you can now use to look at the month of August to see what is the vibration for that month. It might say this month is not a good month for travel, right? And so, or it might say you're going to travel this month. So, it will help with planning, especially long-term planning. If you're planning something in the coming months or coming years, or if you have a space that you would want to be in, like I want to retire in the next 5 to 6 years. So I'm already looking 5, 6 years in advance, in my numbers to see what the cards are playing out for me. All right, cool. So what I want to do now is we're going to go through some charts. Unless anybody has some questions, let me get into these charts. Let me pull up. Bam. Okay, cool. All right. So what we're going to do, everybody should be able to see my MetaTrader 4 Oanda, is we're going to run through the chart. I like to do this often every week. I like to go through the weekly chart. You can actually see, guys, these trades I'm in live. I'm up about 15 bucks. I got quite a few positions open. But we're gonna run through these, and I can kind of show you what I'm looking at for the week. So this is one. This is Euro USD. Looks like we got a sell on this. So this is one that you could potentially get in. I'm in too many. I'm in too many trades right now, so I can't get in any more positions. Even if I see something, because I see something else that looks sweet, but I'm not gonna get any more because I'm in enough. But I'm just letting you guys know, because you may only be in one position or might not be in anything else. Plus, I'm gonna put this online, so somebody might see this and they may want to jump in. But this on the weekly, we got a sell. strong sell on the weekly. If we go to the daily, it looks like we're pulling back a little bit, but ideally you should be able to get in this or maybe do a buy limit. Let's see if we on the four. Yep, see on the 4 hour, we done pulled all the way back here. This is something that you can definitely look for sale on is Euro. Oh, where we at? Hold on. Oh, that's Euro CAD, Euro CAD, Euro, Euro Canadian dollar. Let's go to Euro USD. So Euro USD is interesting, right? This is on a weekly chart, guys. This has been going down for weeks, and we know nothing's going to go down forever. Nothing's going to go up forever. But this has been going down quite a while. So I would be expecting a turnaround probably within the next week or so. So this is one I think we keep an eye on. This is the daily. I went down to the daily. We go to the monthly. We got a strong sell. So this is in a strong downtrend. This is Euro USD, but I'm waiting for this to turn around. Let's keep going. USD JPY. This is kind of steady going up. It looks like it's kind of consolidating. Maybe might be turning around soon to come back down, but not nothing really spectacular right now. Here is GBP USD. This has been going down for weeks, still in a downtrend. We're looking for a possible reversal. This is another one, AUD USD. This has been going down for weeks. So, ooh, this would have been nice to catch this at the top. I think I caught this for like a week or two, but I didn't ride it all the way down. This has been going down for weeks, actually months. If we go to the monthly, it's been going down for about 3 months straight. So once this turns around, we should be coming probably back up to the 50 moving average. So maybe within the next week or two, this might be another one that turns around. We'll keep an eye on it. GBP Swiss, not a lot of volume in this. USD Swiss, been going up for weeks, as you guys can see, been going up for weeks. It's at the 200 moving average. So this is a great space for an actual sell. So this one, I would definitely be looking for this. Ooh, and it's at the 200 on the 800 on the daily. This is a real good pair to keep an eye on. We're still in an uptrend, but we're at a major support and resistance zone, a major zone. So it's a high probability that within the next week or so, this may be coming down. So we will definitely be looking at this next week for a possible sell. As a matter of fact, USD Swiss. Let me see if I can pull this up. Let's see. I'm gonna share my screen. Give me a second. I'm gonna pull this up on Trading View so we can kind of take a quick view of it. Show you what I'm looking for. Let's see. Trading View. And that's USD Swiss. So US dollar versus Swiss, CHF. Bam. Okay, here we go. So this is on a weekly chart, guys. Look, this has been going up for weeks. Look at this. I caught this one. Look at this. Ooh, I had these drawn up. These are sweet. So I caught some of this early on. Let me get rid of this stuff though. We can get rid of this trend line. But this is a great example because this has been going up for quite some time. And now we are at a major support and resistance line, guys. Look at this on the weekly. So it bumped its head. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 weeks in a row. It couldn't get past this. Then it dropped down. 1, 2, and then dropped all the way down here. I have a strong feeling that when it gets back to here, we're going to have a drop. I almost want to put a sell limit up here, but we're going to watch this. This is a good one. We can actually pull out the fibs on this too. We can do Fibonacci on this. And I haven't really got into teaching fib yet, but we'll get into that later. Hold on, let me Let me pull this out. We can start at the bottom and go to the top. So you can see that once this hits this zero and it hits this mark up here, then I have a strong feeling it's going to come down at least to 382. So we're going to be keeping an eye on this. This is one to mark up. If you got trading view, mark up this because this support and resistance is strong right here. Look, it just keeps hitting this zone. Bam, bam, bam. Now this could break, right? It could break it and keep going, but I have a strong feeling it's gonna bounce off of it. So we're gonna keep an eye on that. USD Swiss. All right, guys, let me keep going. Pull up Rwanda. Bam. So we're gonna keep running through these. Euro JPY, no, no go. Euro AUD, not really feeling it. Euro. This is the one we talked about. Definitely a good downtrend starting. This is the one I'm in, Euro Swiss. I'm in this on a buy. Now, if we look at this on a monthly, that little white dot represents a reversal. It doesn't always work 100% of the time, as nothing does, but it does have a pretty high probability. Probably about 80% of the time, when I see this white dot, it reverses. And as you can see, this candle is starting to turn white. So I'm hoping that I'm right. And this is one that I'm in right now. And I'm keeping an eye on. So these are the lower time frames. Could pull back some, but we're definitely in this on the longer time frames for a buy. Euro GBP, not a lot of volume in the market. GBP AUD, we got a reversal signal here. So this one looks like we may be starting to go down on the monthly. I'm not getting in this because I'm in the other trade. I don't like to be in too many trades. But as you can see, we had a sell in a reversal a couple days ago because this is the daily. So I would have liked to got in this around Thursday, you know. So I wouldn't want to get in this right now. It's already kind of started moving. GBP CAD, we got another one with a reversal. So this is one that I think probably could get in now. This is one you could draw up and really strong possible for a sale. GBP JPY, nothing there. USD CAD, another one's been going up for weeks. So nothing goes up forever, guys. So I have a feeling that this one may be about to reverse in the next couple of weeks. So we'll keep an eye on it. AUD CAD, this has been going down for weeks. Possible reversal coming up. Here we go. AUD Swiss. We got a buy signal, the reversal plus the arrow. I think I'm in this. Am I in this? AUD Swiss. No, I'm not. This is a good one, guys. We're gonna go over here and draw this up. AUD Swiss. Bam. On the weekly. Let me share my screen. And here's the weekly. Here's the monthly. So we do have a strong buy on the weekly. But the buy signal started last week. I would have liked to got in a little earlier today. Um, this is one you could get in. If you were to get in this, your stop loss would need to be below the weekly low, which is only about 28, about 30 pips. That's not a bad stop loss, but you could wait till tomorrow and possibly see what it's gonna do. But oh yeah, so if you look on the daily, it crossed above the 21 moving average, came back down, retested, and now it's been going back up. So I like this is definitely a strong buy. I don't like getting in this now because it's kind of moved quite a bit for the day. I would have liked to got in maybe a couple hours ago. You go to the 1 hour. Yeah. See? So this is the 8 o'clock. This is the 7 o'clock. This is 6 o'clock. I would have wanted to get in this around 6 o'clock. Markets opened at 5 today. This is the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7, and this is the 8 o'clock candle. And so we may come back down here. You could possibly put a buy limit somewhere down here. It might come back down here. You can get in and ride it up. But this is definitely one to keep an eye on. We got a strong buy on the weekly. Strong buy. All right. AUD Swiss. I'm almost done. AUDJPY. Nope. No momentum. AUDNZD. Meh. Not feeling it. CAD JPY. Nope. CHF JPY. Nope. Now this is pretty cool. This is one I'm in. I got multiple positions on this. On the weekly, I do have a buy. This is turning green. The monthly, I got a buy. So we got the reversal, not last month, but the previous month. And then last month, it kind of really just hung around there. And now we're starting to get a white candle already. So I'm hoping that this is a reversal on the monthly and we get a couple months going up. If so, this should be a nice trade because I should be able to ride this for a couple of weeks. And I'll get in and take multiple positions. And we'll talk about that next week. How to get in and take multiple positions. GBP NZD, not really feeling it. Swiss, this is one where we got a buy. Strong buy on the weekly. We got the arrow, we got the reversal, and this candle is already starting to get white. We've been going up for a couple of days. Let's look at the 4 hour. That just shot up. Yeah, this is a strong buy, y'all. Strong buy. NZD CAD, still waiting. NZD JPY, no go. NZD USD. This is one that I'm in, but on the weekly, we still are in a downtrend. And on the monthly, but on the daily, we got a strong reversal. And actually, let me see, am I up? I'm actually up. I only did 50 cent because I thought it was going to pull back and I could get in again, but I'm up right now 80 cent. So that's one I'm up in. So remember, I gave that trade out on Thursday. If you got in, you should be up right now. So you would have been up on that trade. This is Hong Kong dollar versus Japanese yen. And guys, I never traded this pair, but I just was going through it and it just works well with my algorithm. So this is a pair I'm going to start looking at, but I wouldn't necessarily advise you to trade it. I'm gonna just do a 10-cent trade when I see something because the spread is really big and I don't know how it seems to move a lot. So, but this may be one that we can capitalize off of. But we had a reversal on the daily a couple days ago, but it didn't really do much. So we're gonna keep an eye on this. Pardon me. Weekly, nah. And then the last one is the U.S. dollar, Hong Kong dollar. Now on the daily, a couple days ago, we got a buy signal, and it's been going up for a couple days. On the weekly, we got a buy. It looks like this week, but again, I don't really necessarily trade this pair. This is just something recently I started looking at, so I will be going through that as well with the charts. So, any questions, concerns, comments about what I just went through? Does anybody see any trades? Anything they want to get in? Okay, cool. So what I want to do now is I kind of want to show you how to capitalize off my trades, of my trade signals. What's the best way to work my signals? Because I've been a part of signals groups before, and like I said, they didn't really work because the problem is they were sending the signals all hours of the night. You never knew when it was coming out. But again, with us here at the Broussard Trust, we send our signals out at the same time. We do our class on Sunday evenings. If you're on Sunday evenings, a lot of times, if I see something for the week, I'll give out the trade like I did tonight. Some of you guys were able to get in. And then during the week, if I have a trade set up, and again, I don't have a trade set up every single day, but the days I have it is it's gonna come out before 4:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you have to get in before 5. If you miss it, you have to wait until about 7 p.m. So I'm gonna pull up the trade that I sent out on January 2nd. Let me go to Trading View. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen. So the trade I sent out, and I sent it out at 4:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's Euro Swiss. We're gonna go here. Euro Swiss. Okay, perfect. Euro Swiss. Bam. All right. So what I want you guys to do, let me show you. First things first, put in the stop loss. So I always give out the stop loss, and I always tell you how many pips it is so you can practice proper risk management. So if you look at this pair, it was 93228. So that was the stop loss. 228, bam. So that would have been your stop loss. And it was a 43 pip stop loss. So the entry would have been, we come here, we go up 43 pips here. So this would have been your entry about here. We're going to make the entry light blue. So this is where you would have got in this trade at, and this would have been your stop loss, and this is where you're at now. So if you got in this, and well, this is the daily, and so today is the 6th, this would have been the 3rd, this would have been the 2nd, Thursday. So this is the day I told you to get in this. So you would have got in here, you would have went all the way down to here, so it did some drawdown, right? And now you be up 13 pips. So this is the one that we're in now. But what I would want you to do, if I send this trade out, is the first things first is you draw your entry line, just like I did, make it blue, and then draw your stop loss. Then I want you to go to the 4-hour chart. I'm going to the 4-hour chart, and this is where you start to look for support and resistance. Now, there's a couple of ways you can draw support and resistance. I'm going to show you one way that I think is kind of easy. This is for newcomers. You can, up here at the top, and you may have to do the drop down menu, and you can change it to the line chart. You see line? If you click the star by it, it'll put it here in the bar at the top. Everybody should be able to see my screen. If you click on the line, you notice now instead of having candlesticks, it has these lines. And if you're looking for the support and resistance, you can literally go to anywhere where these points are. Now, when you draw these lines, I want you to make these lines dark green. And it's a reason why you want to do this. So you're making these support and resistance lines dark green. You got the red line for your stop loss, and you got the blue line for your entry. You want to make them different colors so you're not confused. Because if you make them all the same color, you're not going to know what is what. So remember, I'm showing you how to draw up your chart to look for possible better entries. So we're going to, everywhere we see these points is where we're going to draw the line. Now we want to stay close to price. So remember, guys, price is here where you see this dotted line. This is where the price is. The price is right here. So even though I see a point down here, it's no need for me to draw a line down here, right? Even though that's a good spot, but the price is all the way up here. I want to be closer to price. So keep in mind that you want to be near price. So you can draw one here. Here's a point there. We're going to make this a little bigger so you can see. We want to put the price right in the middle of the screen. So you see the price, this dotted line. And now we just want to draw some lines at the points. We got a point here, here, here. We got a point here. We got a point here, here. So you can do even more over here, right? Now, once you draw a couple of them, then you can go back to the candlesticks and bam. If you notice, it's right on these lines. And again, guys, you didn't have to do that. You should be able to just notice, like, hey, these two candlesticks seem to be on the same line. And I notice right here, these wicks. And I notice every time it gets close, so that right there would be where you would put your line. So bam, you draw one there. You can do one here, right? And you can even make it yellow or green. Sometimes I use yellow because I use that for the 4-hour chart. But anyway, now that we got this done, right, we see some points where this could come to. So now look at this candlestick. This right here is the last 4 hours. This was a huge jump. I didn't even expect this to jump like this. But what I would look for, right, and let me go back to the day I called this out. Actually, we're going to stay on the 4 hour. So if you notice, these dotted lines represent one day. So this is today, Sunday. This would have been Friday. This would have been Thursday, right? So this would have been Thursday. If you got in this Thursday, right, you could have, if you had drawn this line up, and you would have saw this same line because you always go back to see where we're going in the future. So if you look, you would have still been able to draw this same line because you would have noticed this over here. You could have did a line here. You could have did a line here. Bam, right here. This is perfect. Where you see these keep hitting right here, this would have been a zone. And you can even go a step further. And this is something you just got to practice. Your eye will start to notice these once you practice. Then you can even do this. And now you got a zone right there. So if you drew in that zone on that day that I gave out that signal, you could have put a buy limit. Because remember, guys, we got in up here at this blue line, but you could have got in again down here at this yellow line, which is about 5 or 6 pips um, of a better position. So you would have got 5 or 6 pips early. So right now, instead of being up 14 pips, this one would have been up 14 plus 6 or 5. You know, you've been up 19, 20 pips on this position. And you'd still be up on this position as well. So this is what you guys want to get used to. You want to get used to when you see my signal, particularly around 7 p.m. is the Eastern Standard Time. This is the ideal time, right? I send out the trade right before 5. You hop in it at 7. You want to come in and draw up support and resistance on the 4-hour chart and look and see if this thing pulls back. You can get in again. And you could have even set a buy limit, right? So you wouldn't have to sit there and wait for it to come down here. You could have put a buy limit. And it did come down pretty far, guys, but it didn't hit our stop loss. So we did have a little bit of drawdown, but it didn't last long because as you can see, this 4-hour candle, it came down and came right back up. So it wasn't even down here an hour. So you would have only been down a little bit for about an hour, and then you would have been back up close to profit. But you would have been in a hole until today. So, but you would have had opportunities to get in again and again. And so this is very important because this is how you double up on my trades. And again, this is on the 4-hour. Let's not forget that these are daily trades. So if this goes up for the next couple of days, there may be an opportunity to get in again tomorrow. This is shot up quite a bit today. But tomorrow it may pull back, touch this line, and continue to go. So we may be able to get in again tomorrow. We'll just have to analyze it. And that's going to come with time and practice and just learning the markets. But you can always go to the line and you can look for W's and V's. If you see this W, it goes up, and M's, excuse me, you see the M. And I'm going to show you an example up here. You got this M, and then it shoots down. So you can look for that as well. Some of these M's, you got the Batman ears, and then you got the W's, right? So you can look for that also as another way to determine if this is about to turn around. Because if it's the same day, you'll see this sharp turn. And if you see this sharp point, you can almost bet it's going to go down for a day or two. And if you go back, it went down for 4 days. So these are just some tricks that I've learned on how to observe the market. But I want you to really, really get comfortable with drawing up support and resistance, in particular on the 4 hour chart, and looking for multiple entries based on what direction that I said it's going to go in for the day. And again, when you do that and you take those other positions, be mindful that you're not over leveraging. And keep in mind that you want to check your numbers for the next day also to see, because some days you don't want to add that extra position because your numbers might say things like, don't take great risks today, or be careful on the risks you take, or things like that. You maybe tend to be more impulsive today. It'll tell you things like that. So you want to get in the habit also of looking at your daily number to help decide if you want to take another position or if you have another position. Any questions, comments, concerns?